Welcome to the stream with Guardian. Well, not stream, but upload. So, what I'm going to talk about today. Um, so, the Stasis subclasses that were released. My personal opinion on all of them. As far as PvP goes, they are a little broken, right? But here's the problem. In PvE, they're great. Sure, they could be. Could you tone them down a little bit? Yes, but not in PVE. PvP, I agree, things need to change, but not PvE. So here's the issue, Bungie. If you see this, you need to tune them just for PvP, just like you did with Hardlight, just like you did with a few other weapons, I believe. And we're going to stick with Hardlight for now, but it's the only one that I can confirm that they've done this with. They reduced the ricochet damage on Hardlight to 1.2 or 1.25 from 2 times. In PvE, it's still 2 times ricochet damage. So, they left it alone. So what you guys need to work on is a sandbox per each environment. You have a PvP sandbox and you have a PvE sandbox. You need to work on doing it. I understand your engine's hard to work with, but you need to work with that because you cannot nerf these supers, dude. You nerf these supers, people are going to get extremely upset in PvE because most of this game is PvE. That's like a fact. I would say 85% of this game to 87% of this game is PvE focused. Trials of Osiris is the only really thing in PvP that really matters. Think about that for a second. If you want there to be specific game modes added to where exotics are banned each week, or each match, people vote on which exotics are banned. Weapons, and then armor, and then you get to pick what's left over after that and what you're going to run with. So, you could add that. You could add more competitive modes. That would be a good idea. But for you PvPers out there, I like PvP, but everybody wonders when something new comes out, could it be good for PvP? And I'm sitting here waiting. Game is like 87% focused on PvE. We have this dilemma. There are still a lot of players that play PvP. And I'm at work, by the way. That's why I'm wearing a red shirt in the back of the room. There's still a lot of players that play PvP. So we have an issue. Bungie's never been good at balancing things. So the issue isn't whether or not these are going to get nerfed. I'll be upset. I'm going to be honest. I think the complaints in PvP are just... it's super. It's supposed to be strong. It's your super. It's when you are unhinged. Technically, in the lore, you could activate your super all the time. So... also, the enemies are stronger in the lore, not in the game. That's also another thing. So, the complaints are noted as far as interaction, the game, and experience goes. But here's my issue. If we continue focus on both modes, I'm not saying abandon one or the other. That's not the answer. The issue is Bungie willing to put in the time and effort to balance and make 2 different and address things per category? If it has something to do with PvP, this is the sandbox that you need to fix. If it has something to do with PvE, this is something that you need to focus on for the PvE. You don't nerf something in PvPE, you never see this, and it affects PvP at all. Not really. Not really. They need to separate PvP and PvE. That is something that has to happen. And honestly, yeah, that's it. My my review of the supers will be coming. This is just like a short thought video where at work. My break's ending now. I have a minute. So this is just my thoughts. I mean, it's a huge... I mean, these supers are strong. And I think the most dangerous one out of all of them is the Warlock. Again. Hunter, not so much. Titan, not so much. The Warlock shouldn't be able to insta-freeze anybody with just a melee, and that's what he can do. So, that's for PvP. PvE, I mean, you have the two supers. None of them are supreme damage dealers. I would say that the Hunter super does more damage than Blade Bras, but less damage than Golden Gun. I would say Tether is more useful for gathering orbs. Arc Strider for clearing ads. Maybe. I mean, the other supers are still valid. Bubble, it's still valid. Suppressor Grenade, still valid. Thunder Crash is still valid. So, I don't know. These are just my thoughts. Dawnblade is still valid. People still use Dawnblade. On console, I've seen nothing but the Stasis supers. So, I would just say get used to it. You're going to have to get used to it because we're going to keep getting more supers and everybody like, oh, this is so broken. Just stop complaining because honestly, I mean, it's going to be hard for the first month until Bungie figures out how to balance in PvP without affecting PvE. And I'm sorry to all you PvPers out there who say, oh, just forget PvE. This game will die. Like, I'm not playing this game for the PvP content. If I was wanting to play a PvP game and actually go somewhere with my career, if I was that good at the game, I would probably be in Call of Duty or Siege. Just if I'm being honest. There really is no mode in Destiny that's going to create you a lot of money. This is not a game that's focused on PvP. If you're here for that, and them to care much like this, they're going to care more about their raids than they will about Crucible. They care more about trials than normal Crucible. But again, over time, maybe they will develop certain modes. You don't know. I mean, just sitting there complaining about it and blowing up the forums with just complaint after complaint after complaint. Honestly, I've been thinking about what makes a toxic gamer, and I've been working on this. Complaining. I've been told sometimes I complain too much, and it just really brings down the mood of the party, and it does. Just stop complaining. Play the game. I mean, this game is not reality. I mean, this right here is flesh. Your video game character isn't. Just saying. And on that note, y'all have a wonderful day, and that's all, folks.